Hi, we are here for another installment of Anticipated Reads, and these are books that I am looking forward to in the month of September. Cannot believe that it's already the end of the month, which is absolutely crazy. So let's get started. The first day of Anticipated Reads that I have is September 10th, and I have 4 books. And this time I'm going to try to order the books on each day from least anticipated to most anticipated. I'm looking forward to all of these, but some more than others. So the first book on September 10th, my least anticipated, unfortunately, because I did get an ARC copy of this and I read it already, and this is Countess by Suzan Palumbo. I did review it in my last weekly wrap-up. I don't think this was executed to the best of Suzan Palumbo's abilities. I know I love her writing. I loved Skin Thief stories from last year from her, so I know what she's capable of, and Countess, unfortunately, is not it. So I still wanted to put this here because it was anticipated for me. It was highly anticipated for me. So technically it was an anticipated read. I've just read it already. Next is A Witch's Guide to Magical Inkeeping by Sangu Mandanna. So this is the author of a previous book, which was the, oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting it. I'm about to pick it up and read it for my book club. Hold that thought. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. That was her last novel. And both of these novels are very like kind of cozy romance witchy vibes. This one is a disgraced witch goes back and becomes an innkeeper and wants to try to reclaim magic, I think, using an old book. And she befriends this man who can also do magic, I believe. Oh, he's a historian that she tries to get to help unlock the book's mysteries and, you know, romance. It's supposed to be cozy. It's supposed to be cute. I'm very much looking forward to reading The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Have I already messed that up? I hope I haven't. I'm going to be reading that soon. I'm in the mood for something cozy. So I am looking forward to this one. Maybe my anticipation will go up after reading that first book. Next that I'm looking forward to is Guillotine by Delilah S. Dawson. Now this is comped as The Menu meets Ready or Not, and if you have seen either of those movies, you know this is in the genre of Eat the Rich, basically. So I really haven't read much more than that other than the basic setup. And the setup seems very much like The Menu or Ready or Not, more like Ready or Not, actually. So I am very much in the mood for Eat the Rich kind of stories, so I'm looking forward to this one. Next, and my most anticipated for September 10th is This World Is Not Yours by Kemi Ashing-Giwa. First of all, this fucking cover. Creepy, yes. So this is space horror. I think it's a short book, about 170 pages, and I'm kind of into space horror at the moment. It's very hard finding what I like in this genre yet, so I'm trying to like spread my wings and read as much as possible. But this one essentially is, there is this planet that humans are on, and there's like some kind of self-cleaning mechanism on the planet, and humans mostly do everything they can not to disrupt that mechanism, but something happens and the mechanism starts attacking humans to clean them off. So I don't know anything more than that. I don't want to know anything more than that. I am looking forward to this. I am probably going to put a hold, or at least show, like, you know, notify me when my libraries get a copy on Libby. And also probably see if my libraries have physical copies already on order and put a super quick hold in. So I am very much looking forward to that. So continuing this space horror journey, maybe after reading some more, I may have some more recommendations to share in space horror. So we'll see where it goes. Apparently my voice is starting to go because that's what happens when you have to drive home for an hour and a half from work and you sing the whole way. So. And I'm not a quiet singer. I'm not a good singer, but I'm not a quiet singer. So sorry if my voice starts like just giving out as I talk. All right, next day we are moving to September 17th. There are only 2 books on this day, but very exciting books. So the first is Buried Deep by Naomi Novik. This looks like to be a short story collection by Naomi Novik. I really love Naomi Novik. I've been following her entire career and before her career, if you know, you know. So I'm very excited for this. I don't really know much about it. I just know it's Naomi Novik. I know she's written some short stories, and I'm gonna pick it up and read it. Super simple. The next is Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees by Patrick Horvath. I actually have already read this. I received a graphic novel arc, and it was just so good. I will link where I've reviewed it before. This is essentially kind of a Richard Scarry or Berenstain Bears meets Dexter blend. So it's about this bear who is basically a serial killer, except she always goes off to the big city. She lives in a small town. She goes off to the big city hours away when she needs to murder. But then somebody starts killing townspeople in her town in gruesome ways, and she tries to figure out who's doing it before the police accidentally find out that she's a serial killer. The juxtaposition of the art and the really bloody, gory stuff going on was really fantastic. I think it wrapped up a little too quickly, but it was just really a great really great story. So if you want to hear more about it and want to see a little, I shared some art and stuff in my review, so link down below. All right, moving on to September 24th. Again, it's a very short month, but surprisingly a lot of arcs I've read for this month. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is an arc that I've already read. I haven't reviewed it yet because I literally just finished it up like yesterday or the day before. This is Sinophagia, a celebration of Chinese horror. And the editor is Shuting Christine Ni. I'm not going to talk much about it here because I am going to review it in my next weekly wrap up, but this is a great collection of translated Chinese horror. And if you're interested in expanding your horror horizons, if you're interested in reading translated work, if you're interested in seeing what horror is like through the lens of Chinese culture, it's such an interesting collection. Now, like any collection, some stories are better than others, some stories are real duds, but I think it's worth a try if you can find it. Like, definitely give it a try. Next is Devils Kill Devils by Johnny Compton. I read The Spite House last year and I really loved it. I actually met Johnny Compton at Comic-Con last year. He signed my book. I had a lot of fun with it, so as soon as I heard this was out, it went straight into my anticipated list. So this is essentially a character who has been watched over by a guardian angel, but one day this angel kills someone. She has to reckon with that and figure out how to deal with it, and things unroll from there. There's not a lot in the synopsis right now, and I don't want to know more. I'm going to go into it pretty fresh. It does mention Southern Gothic horror. I don't know how many times I can say this, but Gothic is not a buzzword for me. It's kind of an anti-buzzword. But his last book, The Spite House, did have Gothic feels, but he did a lot with racial generational trauma, and it was very interesting. So I'm interested to see where he goes with this. So super excited. Last, we have one book on September 30th. Thankfully, this is a short month. Thankful for my voice that this is a very short, low release month. This is In the Shadow of the Ship by Aliette de Bodard. She actually had something released last month that I had on my anticipated list. I still haven't gotten to it. This book is in her Shuya universe. This is a universe where she has fully Vietnamese culture, but in space. So it's very interesting. I want to read more from it. I've read 2 novellas or short stories in that universe, so I'm compelled. I've still never really gone more than a 3.5 with this author, but I really want to because I want to like her so much because her ideas are so interesting. So this one, I'm just going to read the first line of the synopsis because the synopsis kind of goes in depth a little bit and it's a little too much. So, Nightjar, a sentient ship and family matriarch, looms large in Kuyen's past. Disappearances drove teenage Kuyen from it, but death will steer her back. So it looks like she comes back to Nightjar, and it seems like people are disappearing, and she goes on a journey when her cousin disappears. And I'm going to keep it at that. Not going to read more. It sounds interesting. I just love this idea of this marriage of Vietnamese culture in space. I love the idea. I want more of that. I want more. I need more of that. I want more, not just diverse space, but like really just throw it in there. Just do it. Like really go for it. Like, even though I didn't really enjoy it much when I read the arc, Ocean's Godori by Elaine Cho, I think. She did What If South Korea was a big player in the space race? What would that look like in the future? So it was an interesting concept. I didn't enjoy the book. I DNF'd it, but it was still an interesting concept. I want more stuff like that. So yeah, looking forward to this. And that is it for my anticipated releases for September. Short month, which is good because I don't think I'm really going to pick any of these up at the store physically. Most of these are going to be library reads, library checkouts, but hopefully I'll get to most of them or any of them. Devils Kill Devils for sure, and what did I already talk about? Guillotine for sure, and there was another one. I'm already losing it. I'm tired. I've been up since like 4 a.m. It's been a long day. So thank you for watching. Let me know if there's anything you're anticipating this month that I didn't talk about. Let me know what you think about the books that I did mention, and if you're looking forward to them too. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.